Hi everybody, and welcome to David's Garage. Today I got a little bit of a different kind of unboxing for you today because I got some boots from Blackbird Shoemakers. They are a company in India. They make shoes and boots, and today I'm going to be unboxing their Dixon Cap-toe boot in their brown pull-up leather. The reason why this is a little bit of a different unboxing for you today is because these boots are not actually for me, they're actually for my wife. And she actually already opened them up and tried them on, so this isn't our first time unboxing, but I'm going to open them up and show you guys the boots just because I've been really interested in getting Blackbird shoes. I thought this was a really great boot for my wife, and so that's why I got it for her. So I'm going to show you guys the boots. All right, here we go. So actually first, this is actually a really nice box. This is actually a really hard, like, I don't know, it's almost like it's like covered in vinyl or something. It's a really nice hard shoe box. Here we go. So it actually comes wrapped really nicely. Obviously we destroyed the paper but it was like really nicely folded, and it had like a sticker that was holding it together. So and then looks like their boots, they come with this really cool looking shoehorn. And so both boots, they come in these nice Blackbird boot bags, and the boots come with these cotton laces, but I switched out the laces, as you'll see. Alright, so yeah, this is the Dixon Cap-toe Derby boot by Blackbird Shoemakers. Yeah, and like I said, this is in their brown pull-up leather. I thought it was a real sleek looking boot. Initial impressions are this is definitely a very well-made boot. Really impressed by their overall quality. I mean, I think the price for their boots is approximately $176, plus you got to pay shipping. I didn't have any additional like custom fees when they were shipped to me. I just had to pay, I think it was just the shipping and the cost of the boots. So I think it was just over $200. But Blackbird boots, I people mentioned them in the comments in my past video, and they said I should check them out. A lot of their boots do look really impressive. I've been eyeballing their Natural Chrome Excel boot in the same Dixon boot, and been thinking about it. The only hesitancy that I have with ordering from countries that have difficult shipping and receiving logistics is that returns probably are going to be expensive, or even if they do offer returns. Like I know that Craft and Glory states on their website they don't offer refunds, or at least that's from my understanding when reading their website. And then when I was reading Blackbird's website, I think they said that they do offer returns and exchanges up to 7 days after you receive them, but they have to be unopened and unused. So I'm not sure if that means like if you can't even open them and look at them, but that's what it says on their website. But obviously my wife tried these on, she was very happy with them, so we're not going to be returning these. So yeah, this is their brown pull-up leather from my initial impressions. Definitely looks like a combination tanned leather, almost like their attempt at a Chrome Excel leather. Feels like it's got a nice temper to it. It definitely does not feel thick at all. You can see that there is a full leather lining, which definitely adds to the stiffness of the boot, but the outside leather, it just feels like it's not super thick. Yeah, the lasts, so on their website, looks like they had a few lasts that were listed for their Dixon boot. They did say that it was true to size, so we ordered, since this was in men's sizing, we basically just went off of my wife's European size, and so basically just ordered her European size, and these fit her nicely. She said that it was a little roomy in the toe box, so that's actually good to hear. But she said it had some pressure here on her instep, and she said it was really stiff around the ankles when she tried them on. But I told her this stiffness around the ankles is to be expected. As she wears them and, wears them more and more, she'll break in that leather. Construction style. So this is a 360-degree welted boot. It's not a Goodyear welted, though it looks like it. It is actually hand welted. That's what they say. So this stitching is actually done by a person by hand. It is very time consuming and labor intensive, and I think that whoever stitched this by hand did an amazing job, because it looks almost like it was done by a machine. The only thing I would note is they did not leave a lot of leather on the welt. So when they sanded it down pretty close. I'm not sure if you can see that, but really not a lot of meat on the bone. So I would be very surprised if this welt could be even reused. Here you could even see there on this side right there. Looks like the stitching is literally touching the very side of the welt. So most likely, if these do get a resole, these will most likely need a new welt as well, which will make it pretty costly to resole these boots. So with welted boots, Goodyear welt is the most common welt, but usually what will happen is the cobbler will peel off the outsole, and then they'll glue on the new outsole, and then they'll try and restitch it to this old welt, or to this previous welt. And then once they do that, they'll have to sand down the side of the new outsole to make it nice and smooth and finished. But as you can see, like I said, right here on this side of the boot, it almost looks like the threads of the welt are literally touching the very, very edge of the welt. So most likely when a cobbler resoles this, if we ever get this resoled, they're probably just going to recommend or say they're going to need to re-welt it, which putting on a new welt is, they got to resew it by hand, and it's more labor, and so it's going to probably double the cost of the resole. Here, let's take a look at the other boot. Yeah, same thing on this boot. They really sanded it down close to the side, didn't leave too much meat on that bone. Or this, I think they're trying to go for this like sleeker look, so that way it doesn't look like a chunky boot. Which is why I kind of thought my wife would like these, is because it definitely has a sleeker look to it, almost like a Thursday boot. Construction goes, this looks like they do have, I think it's a foam leather combination insole. And I think underneath that, let me see if I can see it, but I think underneath that top sole, or whatever that sock liner, I think underneath this is a leather lasting board or a leather footbed. So you can see these boots are not gusseted. And then if you look on the inside, looks like there's that leather foam insole, and then underneath that is a leather footbed. And then you have the cork filling to fill the cavity created by the welt. Assuming they have a steel shank in there. And then underneath that, they have the leather midsole, and then the rubber outsole, and then this heel stack. This is a proprietary rubber outsole by Blackbird. Looks like just like your standard commando lug sole pattern, and it's not a black rubber. It looks like it's a brown rubber outsole, so that's cool. Yeah, and this rubber, it definitely feels similar to like a Vibram outsole. It feels nice and stiff. Probably will last a really long time. And then I'm almost positive that this is a true cap toe. Feels like they have like a stiffener in there. Definitely feels like a structured toe. Looks like they got 4 eyelets, 3 speed hooks. Don't feel bad. Those look like standard speed hooks, nothing special. And looks like they got a little bit of a, looks like they try to give you a little pull tab. I can barely fit my pinky in there. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys these boots from Blackbird. And then yeah, maybe after my wife wears these for a while, you know, I'll get her thoughts and relay the 1 month update to you guys. But yeah, otherwise this is a really pretty looking boot, really sleek looking, and for the price it's definitely not bad. I don't think I'd wear these for work. You know, I don't know if these are super tough rugged boots, but these definitely feel like high quality boots, sort of like in the realm of like Parkhurst or something like that. If you guys have ordered from Blackbird boots before, please let me know down in the comments how has been your experience ordering from Blackbird boots. And then has anybody ever done, if you guys have ever done any exchanges or returns for Blackbird boots, let me know, because that's the one thing that kind of like makes me hesitant, like ordering from boot makers that are in like different countries far away with high shipping costs. Is usually it's a lot more difficult to return or exchange, and so it's really important that you order the correct size. And so when I was ordering this boot, Blackbird did ask for tracing and measurements for my wife's foot, and I sent it to them. We went back and forth on the sizing on this boot because my wife's foot measures like I think just over 26 centimeters, but their size European 40 boot, this is a size European 40, on their sizing chart says that the length is like 24 centimeters. So it's really weird. But I went with my gut, and what I did was, my wife is a 8.5 in women's shoes, just like her sneakers and stuff. So I just translated that to men's size 7, and that equaled like a European 40. And so I also looked at her other shoes, and her other shoes that she wears, she usually wears like a European 39 or a European 40. So that's why I went with the European 40. That's it for my unboxing. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next video.